Hey everyone, and welcome back. We're going to be creating our inventory slot in this episode, so let's do that now. Within the inventory folder, I want to right click and create a new folder for our widgets. I'm going to open it up and add a new user interface widget blueprint. And then I'll select user widget under the common section. I'll call this WB_inventory slot. With this opens, the first thing I want to do is add a size box to our hierarchy, and then I will select my size box and set the width and height override to be 100. Now let's change the view mode from full screen to desired on screen, and then I will add an overlay to the size box and a border to the overlay. Now the overlay can add multiple elements, while things like size boxes can only add one. So let's select the border and change the horizontal and vertical alignment to be fill, and change the padding to be 0, because we don't want no contents within the border to have any padding in case we add stuff to this later. Okay. Let's change the brush color from 1 to a value of 0.01, and let's change the alpha from 1 to 0.75, so it's slightly transparent. I'll then hit my G key on my keyboard to hide the dotted lines. I will reselect my border now, and let's change the draw type from image to rounded box. And then we'll change the rounding type from half height radius to a fixed radius. Now, right now, within its current stage, you can add bevel to each corner if you like, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave mine square, and I'll change my outline color from black to white. If you want a more solid outline color, you can change the alpha from 0 to 1. Right, so you can select it, and you can set the width to 1. So now you can see it really solid. You can actually see it really bright, but I'm going to change my alpha back to 0. Great. So now we have our border designed. Let's add an image to the overlay as well, and I'll set this to be fill horizontally and vertically. I'll then set the padding to be 5 so it fits a bit better within the border. And I'll set this to be a variable and change the name to be icon texture. Then I will add a text to the overlay as well. I will hide this icon texture now and select my text block that I just added and make this a variable as well. And this will be our slot's quantity. I'll anchor this to the right bottom and give it a default text value of 99. I'll then set the size to be 18. Great. I'll then recheck the visibility for this and make sure that the quantity is placed in front of your icon texture. So you can always see it. It should always be visible. Awesome. And that's the basic setup for the inventory slot. Later in this series, when we focus on redesigning the UI elements, we will hop back in here and make a few changes. But for now, this would work to make sure that the system is working, everything works fine and where we need it to be, and then we can make things pretty later. Right, in the next episode, we're going to head over to the graph section of the inventory slot and create a few functions to set things up for when we add items, update items, or drag items around. That's it for this one, guys. See ya.